The most important media outlet in the country right now.
Welcome to the Watering Hole. This is episode 92. We're early in the 90s.
Yeah, it's creeping up the 100s. So today we got.
I would have been 3 years old.
Wow.
There you go.
Nice.
Episode 92 of the Watering Hole. We're back. We had a little annual leave week.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
To,
bit of time off.
Regather, regroup, catch your thoughts.
We're not all here in the room tonight. It's just me and you.
Just that over there on the right-hand side of the room. Chair's empty.
There's a big void in the room.
So I'm going to be looking a lot in this direction.
I'm gonna be looking over here because we got Holiday Chris zooming in from Bali. Can you just do me just a quick favour and pop another button, please?
Another one open?
Yeah, I want to see those nips.
Don't do it.
I want to let those tips.
No.
Holiday Chris from Bali.
You look lovely.
I'm in character.
I love it.
Oh, I celebrate
I
it.
encourage it. It's what it's all about.
Yeah, you look real nice.
How's Bali, young buck?
It's hot. It's real hot.
Yeah?
It's changed a bit. I haven't been here for about 5 years, and it's definitely
You couldn't
changed.
tell. You visit every weekend.
But, I look like a local, don't I?
Yeah. No, it's
cool.
nice weather. You had a nice, relaxing time over there, mate, have you?
I have had a nice. I haven't been able to. I did actually look into playing some golf while I was here, but it's expensive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not cheap. It's like
Like a
$200
luxury.
$200 or something for a round of 18.
$200.
Yeah,
Plus,
man,
I've got to hire clubs and.
Yeah, that's no good.
You know how they do fakes in Bali? Do you reckon they have fake golf?
What do you mean?
I don't know, just a fake version of it.
Like
What do you mean?
really bad clubs, like knockoff
Wait.
clubs.
Knockoff clubs?
What do you
Maybe.
mean they do fakes in Bali? What are you talking about?
What do you mean? Oh, that's all real?
Can't you see this is all genuine?
No,
This is
all
genuine pineapples on your shirt.
The shirt's the one thing I think would be genuine.
I love that shirt.
I'm
I
a
celebrate
fan.
it.
They wear it on the course next time,
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, let's get to the regular, the
The
housekeeping.
nuts and bolts. Yep. Go ahead, Chris.
Chris, take us away.
Yeah, we'll thank our wonderful Premier Peter Malinauskas for the kind words.
The beautiful words.
I thought you were
Hypotheque
about to-
Mortgage Broking, Big Swing Golf Mile End, as always.
And Pirate Life. These cans aren't just sitting here going to drink themselves.
We're gonna hot crack it.
Now, unfortunately for you, you might be on something a little different over there.
I don't have Pirate Life, but I'll let you guys go first and then I'll show you my little surprise.
And don't you dare mention another sponsor.
Yeah. Or another beer.
Don't you do it, because Pirate Life is the best.
There are one and
So
only.
just say that you've got a Pirate Life in Bali.
I won't
Good boy.
mention it, but can I show you what it is?
No, you can't show us. No.
You want to see this?
Show us off camera, Bali guy. Hot crack coming at you. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let me cat. How dare I?
Yeah.
The tip of the crack.
The hot crack, tip of the crack. Yes.
The Pirate Life hot crack, tip of the crack. So, Whitey, take us away. We did, brainstorm this at the start, and
Yeah, we're just going to give we're not a PGA Tour podcast.
but
We love golf.
golf,
We're
Min Woo
Aussies.
and we love Australians.
Min Woo Lee.
Min Woo Lee.
His first win on the PGA Tour. Wow, it really came down to the wire. Did you actually watch any of it?
Yeah, the Houston Open got it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the last putt that he.
Oh yeah,
he stood over. At
let him
point.
cook. The boy's a showman. I love it. On the 16th hole, he hit it into the water, so he had to take his third shot off of the tee, and Scheffler was like saw blood in the water. I think he birdied that hole.
Yeah.
And yeah, it came down to the wire, but he got it done. So well done, Min Woo Lee.
Yeah, that was also
What a guy.
going to be my tip of the crack as well.
Yeah.
The tip of the crack with a bit of wishful thinking. Maybe Big Min Woo Lee can come across to live.
You never know. This one's for you, mate.
Yep. There we go. Chris, you got a tip of the crack for us, have you?
Thank you, Barlow.
Tip of the crack for you.
Bintang.
I'm not mentioning any names, but
No, we'll blur that out.
Yeah, just to complete the stereotype.
That was very snappy.
That was snappy, Dad.
Wow.
That was.
my tip of the crack is to the 47th President of the United States attending LIV Golf this week.
Oh, yeah, it's at his course. So
Yeah.
There we go. Nice one.
Great Trumpy will be there today. Oh, this week.
Trumpy.
We're not a political podcast, so we're not going to, give away our political beliefs.
We do like mentioning DT on this.
Trump dog.
Yeah, Trump dog. Let's launch into it. We're not going to be here for a long time, just a good one.
Yeah.
So let's just get into it straight with some news.
Okay, go ahead.
Pretty big news around LIV Golf and what's going to happen this weekend in Miami.
Sure.
The LIV Golf, the Duels.
Yes. So
I was amped.
Yeah.
I was hyped when I saw this because it's just another layer, another level of what LIV is doing with, I guess, when they announced Rick Shields at the start of the season as an ambassador.
Yeah.
It's kind of now opened the floodgates for this all to be pretty special, pretty amazing to what it can go forward from here with YouTube and content creators. So,
yeah.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
So it's going to be a LIV player and a content creator as a two-man scramble for 9 holes. There's 2 groups of 3, so 6 groups going off altogether. And apparently this is going to be the biggest prize in golf content creator history.
Yeah,
kind of
right.
thing. Yeah, so it's not just for the money, but yeah, and then there's some big dogs from LIV are playing in it, which I'm all for this. I'm a huge fan of this. I think this is going to be awesome. But there's a part of me, the fact that they're doing this the same week as the actual event, and there's people that are competing in the event doing this as well. Do you think that takes any of their focus away from it?
Oh, Chris, you answer that first because we had a little bit of a chat about it on the course on the weekend.
Yeah.
And yeah, but you answer first and then let me know. I'll let you know what I think.
That was kind of my initial concern with it. It's like, these guys are actually playing a tournament this weekend. You know, how is that going to... I mean, it's pretty light-hearted. It's 9 holes.
9 holes scram.
I don't think... Look, they play, as we've seen from LIV Adelaide, they play a number of practice rounds anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't really think it makes too much difference. And it's, it's pretty light, it's pretty fun. I think it's actually a good, relaxing way to kick off tournament week.
Well, it's going to be dropping on the last day, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, for our time, it's going to be dropping Sunday.
See, when Whitey told me that, I didn't even think of that at all, to be honest. My initial reaction was, they play a pro-am anyway during the week at every event. These guys are pros. They'll switch on when they need to. Their focus is obviously, especially the guys that are playing, you know, like they're not young guys who are new to this. They're guys that have been doing it for a while and they know what and how to be a pro and how to approach each event. So I think their focus is going to be where it actually should be.
And I guess I don't actually know when it's being filmed. I'm pretty sure it's not live because it'd be.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think it's pre-recorded.
So I mean, it could be happening early this week. Could have already happened. We don't know. But yeah.
Well, to me, before we go through the teams and go through, I guess we can give our tips on that as well.
I've got some hot takes
which will be good. But probably the main thing that stood out to me was that it's not actually going to be on LIV's channel.
No.
On YouTube, because this is going to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not going to be on Rick Shields' channel. It's going to be on Grant Horvat's channel.
Interesting choice, but I love it.
Oh, it's
for a number of reasons.
You give me your reasons, and then we'll see if they.
I think initially you'd think, put it on Rick's channel because he is, already a LIV ambassador and stuff. But I feel like Rick is doing so much LIV content already to have someone else that is so big on YouTube to come over and put it on his channel is a good crossover.
Yeah, and
I think it's gonna be. This is more of a benefit for LIV to put it on Grant's channel.
Oh,
Grant is huge on YouTube golf, so to have it on his channel and to show these pros, I think it's going to be big things.
For me, it was when we spoke to Ron Chopper, and even he mentioned it. He said, when Rick made the decision to come across to LIV, he needed to do it to stay. Up with these guys, and he used Grant specifically.
Yeah.
Grant's the next one, isn't he, really? There's Rick, and there's, there's good, and there's Grant, and, obviously Brian Bros. We'll get to all the people
Yeah, yeah.
involved. There's a number of them, but really, it's kind of at the moment it feels like it's Rick and Grant who are owning the YouTube golf world. Grant's the next one.
Yeah.
And he's been doing the stuff with Phil anyway, so he's kind of got that live tie at the moment with Phil, and obviously with what they're doing with the Duels, it lines up perfectly. You said it then as well. Obviously, he's got a lot of YouTube live content going through his YouTube channel currently.
Yeah.
This is just another way that they can just, again, share between their channels.
Yeah.
It's perfect. This is really well thought out, I think. It's not just a... Because I love the idea of what they were doing in the PGA, the Creator Classic and stuff. I love that.
It's awesome.
I kind of feel like this just steps it up again, and it kind of highlights the team golf aspect.
Yeah.
And shows, yep, this is...
I think it's going to be really fun. And the thing is there's a couple of other content creators that are going to be on-course commentary as well. So, it's going to be good fun. Do you want me to go through the teams?
Well, yeah, let's go through the teams.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? Can you start with... So who's some of the on-course commentary? Let's start there.
So on course, you're going to have Andrew Santino, comedian and big on golf. I love him. I saw him recently live, and it was hilarious. Mason Nutt from Buster Jack.
Yep.
And then the two guys from Bob Does Sports, Joey Coldcuts and Bobby Fairways.
Yeah.
So
I'm very excited about Bobby Fairways.
He's the man. He is the man. He's I feel like the character, number one character of YouTube golf.
Oh yeah.
It's just I love him. So those guys are going to be doing the commentary,
which again is a nice way for. I'll put this a nicer way. Probably not up to the playing standard of who's going to be in the Duels.
Yeah.
But they're all obviously their personality is going to just make it so interesting.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, awesome.
So the teams, the first group, there's 3 teams going through the first group. It's Wesley Bryan and Dustin Johnson.
Oh,
that's a good team.
That's a solid.
That's going to be up
there. That's
some
alphas there.
Yeah. Bubba Watson with Luke Kwan.
I like that.
That's a fun team. And Rick Shields with Joaquin Neiman.
Surprising. I thought it might have been Ram. I thought Ram might have been in there with...
I thought it would be Ram.
I'll get to that as well.
Whitey's brought in notes.
There's 3 big dogs not in this list, which I found interesting.
Yep.
The second group off is George Bryan with Sergio Garcia.
That's a tasty group. And yeah. I love the way George plays.
He has one of the best drivers you can see on YouTube.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
He always hits a fairway. It's ridiculous. You got Cameron Smith with Fat Perez.
Yeah, that's match made in heaven.
Yeah, that's the team. That's a fun team.
Match made in mullet heaven.
And then of course you've got Grant Horvat and Phil Mickelson.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it.
So before we do tips then on that, I guess who are you surprised about?
Well, the 3 big dogs you would think would be in there as well would be Rahm, Bryce, and Brooks.
Yep.
But in saying that, like the pros you have, you're like, Jesus, there's some big names that are going to be doing this. Like under those 3 guys I mentioned, then they're probably the biggest names and the most informed player at the moment, Joaquin Neiman. Sergio's killing it at the moment, so yeah.
Are you surprised, Chris, that Bryson's not in it?
I am, purely because it is a Creator Classic. Like, that's the natural guy.
Yeah.
So I was surprised that he wasn't there.
Do you reckon there's anything to read into with the rumours about Brooks and him not being involved, or do you just think he's not the natural choice? Or
for me, maybe it was about, like we think he's the logical choice, like he's the YouTube guy, but maybe it's about trying to get exposure for more guys in LIV in that space as well. Maybe it's guys that are trying to dip their toe in a little bit more. Like we haven't really seen Cam Smith do a lot of this kind of stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bit like testing the waters.
Yeah, that's it.
Cam and Fat Perez.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like it.
Yeah, that's going to be the fun team. Do I think they're going to do well score-wise against the other guys? Probably not.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Written them off.
You guys tell me your tips, and then I'll let you know.
What's the format? So how does it?
So it's a 2-man scramble, 9 holes.
And is it just 2 groups of 3? Or is that what the groups were? Or?
Yeah. They're the groups.
So who's your tip, Chris?
You know what? For me, I'm going Grant and Phil.
Yeah,
Grant and Phil.
I did think that because they already have the chemistry. They've played together a lot. So a lot of these guys haven't played together before. Phil and Grant have done a whole series together, and before that were just, playing against each other as well. So they're going to already have their chemistry. They're going to already, know how each other play. So, yeah, that's not a bad tip at all.
Yeah.
Give me a tip.
For me, it's between 3 teams.
No, give me one.
You got to go one.
I'll give it to you.
Give me one first, and then
All right.
tell me, and then I'll give you mine.
George Bryan and Sergio Garcia.
Right. Okay. I don't know if it's just the hat that's leaking into my brain. DJ and Wes.
Well,
Wes is the pro.
Wes Bryan is a PGA Tour pro. He is a great golfer. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
2 big dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other team out of those 2, the other team that I was thinking about as well is Rick and Neiman.
Yeah, I almost feel dirty not giving Rick and Neiman because Neiman's he's hot property at the moment, and our boy Ricky, he's been playing well.
And I think it's going to come down to really the creator, how they play. Like if the pro doesn't play a good shot, if they ham and egg it, and the creator can give them something to work with, that's going to be the big difference here. So that's where I think the Bryan Bros are going to be up there. Yeah, for sure.
I think it's just I don't know. It's such a good idea. I'm stoked for. So you think so? You reckon it's going to be? Oh no, I was going to say you think it's going to be on Sunday that they release it on Grant's channel.
They do, yeah. So it's going to be 8:30. I guess American time.
Yep.
Saturday night, so that's going to be 10:30 for us Sunday morning.
Ooh, perfect.
Yep.
So as in after. So that would be like what, after the second day's play for us?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's going to be a nice, fun-filled Sunday.
Yeah.
For you guys in Australia.
And what,
are you still there? You're going to still be there?
No, I'm actually going to be back on Friday.
Nice. Bring me back some bintang, eh?
He doesn't just look like a local. He's become one, All right, so on the back of obviously, wicked news.
Can't wait.
With the Duels in Miami.
I still am looking forward to LIV Golf more so, but this is just a cherry on top.
It's going
to be so
add a little
much fun.
bit more, whipped cream on top,
I love it.
Now, just to throw a little bit of chili, bit of fire on top of that.
Bring it to
Sunday
me.
with the whipped cream.
Mm-hmm.
Flushing It reported.
By the way, shout out to Flushing It.
I get all my news from Flushing It.
All my golf news just comes straight from him. He's the man.
He's reliable.
He is reliable. If he puts something up, you can trust that.
And I'm going to do this because go listen to his podcast.
100%.
He's had some incredible guests on his podcast,
Yep.
and I love good stuff. So if you haven't checked his stuff out, you probably have if you listen to us. But his guests are unreal as well.
I like the fact that he just puts out the facts.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then if he has an opinion, it's a pretty unbiased opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, shout out to Flushing It.
So he said, obviously, after the news of the Duels at Miami with LIV Golf and the content creators on YouTube, he put out this tweet, I guess, or on X. The PGA Tour reached out to the creators involved with LIV Golf's The Duels and threatened them with potential future suspensions if they participated in the unsanctioned event. In line with the rules of non-members who play full LIV Golf tournaments, the creators pushed back, however, and now the threats of sanctions have been dropped. Yeah. Chris, give us your tip of the crack. Your hot take.
My first reaction to that is, how can you sanction someone that's not a member of your organisation?
A.
Yeah. And B, more petty bullshit.
Yeah.
You're a goddamn idiot.
The fact it's kind of like they got de-pantsed as well, because the fact they try to enforce this and then the creators kind of pushed back and then it got dropped. It's just so stupid and looks so dumb, because for a number of reasons. Firstly, you know, the PGA Tour had a Creator Classic recently, and 4 of the guys competing in the LIV one just competed in theirs.
Yeah.
And Grant Horvat won that.
Yeah.
At that same time, Grant has already been doing a YouTube series with Phil Mickelson.
Yeah.
Phil Mickelson is LIV through and through and has had a strong opinion about the PGA since he left anyway.
Mm-hmm.
The Bryan bros, Wesley Bryan is a current PGA player.
Yeah.
George played, I think, one event last year or maybe the year before, and Luke Kwon has competed as well.
Yeah.
So it's just... And the fact that LIV hasn't done anything in this capacity on the other side, it's laughable. It's a really ugly look. And like I said, the fact they try to enforce this and said, if you do this, you can't come back, and they pushed back on it, and then they took back whatever they said.
Yeah, for me, it's how
an ugly look.
It's for me, it's how it was some easy come, easy go.
Yeah,
like as quickly as we heard about it, it was quickly the pushback, and that's the end of it.
And the thing
so
is,
it really makes no sense to me why it was even an issue in the first place. If they were willing to just let it go that easily,
yeah,
why was it such an issue in the first place?
And the thing is, these guys have already done a bunch of stuff with the PGA Tour. So they've played pro-ams. Grant was played pro-ams. Bob Does Sport was a part of the waste management. So
Yeah.
they've the fact that they've done a lot of cross pollination. And
I love that word.
Thank you. It's I think it's a really bad look. But in saying that, the only information I've gotten is from Flushing It.
Yeah, that's true.
But
they get an opportunity where they could just look cool for 5 minutes and just let it go. And every time they get this opportunity, they shit the bed.
Coming from you, yeah. Speaking of
who right now is the lecturer on looking cool.
Yeah, take it to school.
Is the poster boy for looking
yeah,
cool.
it's drinking a Bintang.
Look at me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you're thriving.
You are fucking flying, dude.
Yeah, love that.
But
Yeah.
I wonder whether like, they actually thought about it for a second and they're like, hang on, a lot of these guys are actually our only mouthpiece on social media because they have the rules in place for players that they can't do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like you said, these guys are actually involved with waste management, other tournaments, like the tournament they had last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they realise that, hey, we actually do need these guys to drive eyeballs to us.
Yeah. Yep. It's it's a shame, but whatever.
Silly.
Very silly.
I don't get it. I don't know. What's the end game? I thought we were all coming together.
Yeah, I don't know. The fact that... anyway.
Especially since I don't have the quote in front of me, but, since earlier on in the week, I think it might have been last week, when Phil was asked about TGL.
Yeah.
Now, I know TGL is kind of not necessarily saying that's a PGA thing or not, but
Sure.
he extended the olive branch and said this could be really good for golf.
Yeah.
If the numbers are up for TGL, whatever, because golf fans are the most loyal. They buy a ticket, they walk miles to see limited action, whereas this could fix that. Everyone sees all the action all the time, feels connected to it. So he's trying, I feel like it's so one-sided.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know the full comments. I think Scotty had a bit to say about LIV during the week as well.
Yeah, I did see that.
I didn't see exactly what it was. But yeah, it just still feels, I don't know, I thought we were getting closer, but who knows? Who knows where it's at? It's still almost the entire lifetime of our podcast, and we still don't have answers on all this stuff.
Nope.
But, anyway, I think the big winners out of this are the LIV fans and... the YouTube golf fans, and I think the content creators as well, because they're getting the best of both worlds, aren't they?
Yeah.
Talk about, if you think about it, the ironic thing is, we want the best golfers to play together, from the LIV guys and the guys in the PGA and that. The content creators are living in their own...
Oh.
They're loving it.
They're just going...
Loving it, by the way. Loving it. They're getting they get to do all their stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
Now they're getting like good. Or they had their merch. Bob Dust Sports had their merch at the Players.
Yeah.
They're playing the Creator Classics. They're playing this now, the Duels. They're getting all the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, some of these guys just must be hating it.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
I'm
I'm all about it.
Love it.
Bring it on.
So, yeah, no, it's really cool. If you're into YouTube golf, definitely check out, LIV Miami this weekend and the Duels. That's going to be the first one taking place. I'm sure it's going to be the first of many. So, should we talk about LIV Miami?
Yeah.
We're back.
LIV's back.
We're back in the swing of things.
It feels like it's been a while. Has it been 2 or 3 weeks since our last event?
A couple.
2?
Couple of weeks off.
Yeah, but we're back.
You got any info on the course, Chris? Usually the course guy.
Trump Doral, defending champion Dean Burmester. Remember
Bernie.
last year the playoff with Sergio, one of the playoffs that he
That's
unfortunately
right.
couldn't get done.
Yeah.
Not really. Like, this is a long course. Like, it is a long hitters course. Bryson was up there last year. Rahm obviously was up there again. Matty Wolf did well here last year as well.
Was he 3?
Yeah, and Wolfie was killing the ball last year, like consistently, like longest drive of the weekend. So this is going to be one to watch for the guys that are good off the stick.
Definitely.
All right. So we've seen the course before. This is always good when they play Miami. I feel like they get a decent crowd at Miami as well. Just purely for the course that it is, as you said, Chris.
Good vibes.
Big hitters course. Obviously, being in Miami, it's going to be a bit of a vibe itself. Tips.
Individual or team?
Let's go individual first.
This is more hoping more than anything, but Hatton. Real Hatton. I feel like he hasn't had the
Fantasy
season.
has killed us.
Yeah,
for tips.
yeah.
Just quickly, Tyrade Hatton was tied 4th last year, so not without form.
Let's go to Tyrade.
I was going to say, though, Hatton, he hasn't had the same form as last year.
Hasn't had a good form so
Yeah.
far. But nah, he'll get it back. I'm going Hatton.
Are you locking it in?
Lock it in.
All right, Chris, give me your tip. No, for the golf.
I'm going John Rahm.
Rahm Birds.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very nice.
I'm going to go Bryson Shambo.
Wee.
Yep, I'm going to go Bryson.
Couple of big dogs.
Just, you know what, maybe him not taking part in the YouTube thing, maybe he's going to be angry and he's going to be like, nah, I'm going
I
to
deserve that.
put this one away.
Yeah. If I can sling it in there.
You know what I mean? Teams.
I'm going the Sting piece.
Stingers.
Yeah.
Stinger.
'Cause I feel like Burmese going to play
Stinger.
well. Louis due. So yeah, I'm going Sting dogs.
Chris?
Off the back of
He was
Cam-
looking at his
Ben
laptop.
Campbell's.
He was looking at
Yeah.
You were looking at
stuff.
stats, weren't you, stat guy?
No. I was just wanting to check my tip here, but off the back of Ben Campbell's performance a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to go the range goats here.
Goats like that.
Goats.
Bubba's been playing well. Pete
He
Yulbon's
has
been
been.
playing well.
Yeah. Bubba's been playing great.
And I think this could be if Matt Wolf likes this course, I think this could be the week where all 4 goats are pretty good.
Up the goats.
All right. I'm going fireballs again.
Does that be 4?
That's 4. That's 4.
Don't mind at all.
I'm going
You're
fireballs.
on the favourite.
Because I actually think Sergio have a good event. I think the others, they're a good team.
Yeah, they're
Good
a great
team this year.
Yeah,
I'm
Poosh.
going fireballs.
I like it.
What is something that I'm just going to throw a little question to, because we've seen Miami be the championship course, the team championship course, and now we've seen it as the individual course. Would you prefer to have this as the championship course, or do you like it as the individual event?
I like it as an individual event.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it.
Me personally,
Yep.
I like this as the championship event.
Yeah.
Right.
For me, I feel like it's kind of the home of LIV Golf, right? Like Miami's kind of like where everything's based, and I feel like that's the logical place for me for it to be the championship course.
I Yeah, I still hold. I reckon they should take it overseas. I'd love to see JCB be the team championship one, personally. I just think because the UK crowd, I feel like they have Adelaide near the start of the year. It's a good solo event.
You know what's funny though? I like these courses that I love. I don't want them to not be a normal event as well, though.
Yeah,
I don't want JCB not to be an event.
Yeah.
Throughout the year.
You've also got to look at the weather. What's the UK look like in September as well?
Same as it does all year round in the UK.
Hot crack.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
We'll rip through the first
Sinking one on a Tuesday.
Like I said, we have to promise ourselves we'll keep these ones shorter because we do always go over time. So that's LIV Miami. Plenty to look forward to this week.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
I think, just if I was going to list off a few players, I think are going to have a good weekend. I think, Bryson, John Rahm, Sergio Garcia, as just a little sneaky one. I think that McKibben will be back up again this week. Just give me a few players that you think will be, probably 1 to 5.
Well, I'm interested to see if Brooks Koepka is going to back up from last event because he's had a bit of a quiet season so far. Last event he came second.
Singapore, yeah.
So yeah, and I'm still holding out for Cam Smith.
Okay.
I think he really needs to make a push and get back into some form.
Give me a Smokey as well. One that you could see top 5. Just give me a Smokey.
See, I like McKibben. I really like McKibben.
Got to be McKibben, mate.
Yeah.
Now it just rolls off the tongue, Chris. It rolls off the tongue.
So natural.
It took me about 5,000 goes.
I don't reckon he'll be top 10, but I reckon Taylor Gooch will get some points this week.
That is smoky. That's a cigar.
Not top 10.
Give me a top 5 with a smoky.
I'm gonna kind of echo what Whitey said, and I really hope that Brooks Koepka does something because he finished 45th here last year.
Stat guy.
We can see the reflection in your glasses. We know you're looking stuff up at the moment.
No, that's you guys.
That's how good those lenses are.
I'm joking.
So I would like to see how he goes this year. Smokey for me, Lucas Herbert.
Yeah, Herbie's killing it at the moment, eh?
Yeah, good take. We did say we think he can get a win, and hope he does. Obviously, for Ripper, that'd be big, but even bigger for him as well.
Definitely, he's the informed Ripper. He hits the ball a long way too.
Yeah.
And around the greens, he's looked pretty good. So it wouldn't shock me if Herbie got it done here.
Love it.
All right, let's move on then. It kind of ties in. Fantasy time.
Oh, here we go. It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute.
Fantasy time. All right, I haven't even thought about it. I'm coming in underprepared here. Okay, so let's rip through it really quickly. So, in Singapore was the last event.
Yeah.
Green Machine finished last. That's surprising.
Is it?
My Green Machine had a total of 52 points for Singapore.
Yep.
In second place was Bounce GC with 78 points, and then just getting it done over the top. But he had the captain win, which really saved your bacon, pardon the pun, with the Junkyard Pigs. 82 points.
I looked back just to make sure we still got the purple back there.
Yeah, it's pink, but it looks purple.
I like it. Whatever.
So, as for people that don't know, we put the colour of the winner around the screen.
Hasn't been blue yet.
No, hasn't been blue yet.
That's okay. You'll get there.
That wasn't a glitch. There was just silence.
There you'll get there, cool cucumber.
Alrighty. So, with that win for the Junkyard Pigs, saw a new overall leader.
Yeah.
The trade really shook things up. It was a big trade that happened between Bounce GC and Green Machine.
Yes.
But let's have a look at the overall standing. So in first place is the Junkyard Pigs.
Up the Piggets.
226 points. Green Machine GC in second place with 220 points. And in third place, Bounce GC with 174 points.
Boing.
So Do you want starting lineups and then we go to moves, trade talk?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's
Refresh.
Bounce GC is currently captain Brooks Koepka, Dean Burmester, Cam Smith, and Dustin Johnson, with Taylor Gooch and Lucas Sherbert on the bench.
On your Sherby.
Green Machine GC currently is John Rahm captain, Bryson DeChambeau, Abe Answer, Tom, you got to be McKibben me, with David Pooge and Carlos Ortiz on the bench. Junkyard Pigs, Waco Neiman captain, Tyrrell Tirade Hatton, Sergio Garcia, Mark Leishman, and Louis Oosthuizen and Adrian Morong on the bench. So, first things first.
I'm the realist.
Because Chris had to drop a player in the trade,
Yeah.
Ben Campbell went on the waiver wire.
Yes. He's up for
So
grabs.
the idea that we had was if a player had to go to the waiver wire by a trade where he had to free up a roster spot, that then they would be available for the person who finished last in the previous event, that they could pick them up if they wanted to with their first move. So he's available.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have the first move. Are there any trades floating around?
I've got nothing.
You never do.
Yeah, man. I'm sticking with my team. You
Chris,
know me.
Any trades?
Gooch is still available.
Yeah.
Clutching.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look at you there, Mr. Cool Cat.
What, make me an, as they say here, make me an offer. What do you want to pay?
For Gooch.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
Move on. No trades.
No trades. I'm not going to pick up Ben Campbell, I'm just going to say.
Okay. So Ben Campbell's on the table.
Ben Campbell is on the table.
BC.
I'm stuck with my first move. Chris, just do me a favour there. You got stats up at all?
What do you want? The standings?
I want, player standings and from last week in Singapore.
I can give you last
wanna
week
give me
in
the-
Singapore.
Yeah, give me last week in Singapore because I've got a bit of a decision to make. Even though I think McKibben is going to be there.
Yeah.
What do you want from Singapore last week?
Where did Carlos Ortiz finish? And then where did David Pooge finish?
Pooge was up there.
David Pooge made that last day run.
Yeah.
And he ended up finishing fourth.
It's not bad.
He was 20,
Carlos-
was he?
Carlos Ortiz, hang on, I'm going to bring that up. He finished 37th.
Yeah. That's going to kill me, though. And I like variety in my teams. Oh, I suppose it doesn't really matter. No, I've got my first move.
Okay.
Tom McKibben is going to the bench,
Okay.
and David Pooge is coming in to the
He's got to be
starting line.
McKibben me.
I know,
Who
but,
saw that coming?
well,
Well, Poogie's he's in
Pooge is in. You know what? When Sue-Ann said it on that episode that came on the Watering Hole podcast, she said that David Pooge was the one that's going to.
2 fireballs on your starting lineup.
Yeah, but
far.
I had two Legion 13 with McKibben and Rahm.
True.
That's why I said I'd like some variety, but I was, I didn't even know my team. So
Interesting.
I'm going to go McKibben to the bench and David Pooge into the starting lineup.
Okay.
Chris.
Okay, well, I've run out of patience.
Oh no,
Oh, here we go.
Taylor Gooch is gone,
Yep.
and I'm taking Ben Campbell back.
Ben Campbell back in. Yeah, I like it. He feels like a bounce guy. Oh no,
Oh no, here we go.
Junkyard Pigs with the first of their moves.
Leishman, I am dropping
Oh,
Straight out of the
straight out of the team.
from
Yeah.
the starting lineup.
Yeah.
top 10 in Miami last year, Leash.
I know.
No, you didn't. You didn't know that.
I did.
know
I
that.
literally did.
No,
I
you're-
literally did.
No, you
I looked up. I did my research.
You're stupid.
You're fucked. Dropping Leishman into the team. Sebastian Munoz.
Straight in. In.
Hey, can I just say, Munoz was the inspiration for these glasses, by the way.
Straight in the team.
Well, if I'm swapping out Leishman, he has to.
Oh, that's a good point.
Still got another move, bro.
Don't even know my own rules. Green Machine, second move. There is no move.
Moveless.
No, I like McKibben. He's staying. You know, he's part of my team.
Yeah.
He's part of the young squad that I've got going on.
I like it.
Answer, Pooj, McKibben, Ortiz, they're like my young guns.
Yeah. Get around them. Get around the boys.
So, yeah, no move.
Okay. Moveless.
Second move is no move. Bounce GC, what's your second move?
Captain change.
He finished second.
Captain change.
Oh, Chris.
Dean Burmester won here last year.
Oh, you're a fool.
Burmese back to captain.
Look, to be honest, I can't comment.
Yeah.
I said not to do
A lot of
Brooksy
things.
last week, and
True.
Brooksy got it done. Almost. So, Dean Burmester, captain.
Yep.
Sure about that?
Yep. Lock it in.
All right, done deal. That's in there.
Munoz to
Hang
the
on, I'll announce it. Don't take away my job. Junkyard Pigs,
Diva.
second move.
Munoz to the bench. Louis into the starting lineup.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, he had a good Singapore, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, and
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I benched him. So that's
that's
on,
right.
That's on me. I brought in Leishman and I benched Louis. So
All right, let's go through. Let's rip through it. So we've got emergencies in case. So
yeah.
E1, Chris, you've got Ben Campbell and Lucas Herbert.
I made him my Smoky, so I'll go Lucas Herbert.
Yep. My E1 is going to be... Yeah, I'll go McKibben. But I'll make him E1. That's good. And Junkyard Pigs, you got Munoz and Moronk.
Sebastian.
Poor Moronk.
What about him?
You just don't treat him right.
Gets disrespected by everyone.
Yeah.
Do you want an interesting fact?
Tell me.
I don't know if you guys are going to like this. Every winner of the 2025 season is on the Junkyard Pigs at the moment.
Every winner of the...
2025 season.
An individual event.
Yeah.
So Neiman,
Garcia,
Moronk. Hang on.
We've only had 4 events.
Oh, because Neiman's...
Neiman's won twice. Do you like that fun fact?
No, you're right, Whitey. I don't like it.
So hang on, does that mean you've got 40 points every time?
No, because I didn't. I picked up Moronk after he won it. But he's still on my team.
He's still a winner.
Yeah, he's still a winner.
Reactionary pick.
John Rahm. I need John Rahm.
What do you mean he gets in the top 10 every single event?
Yeah.
We know
I
this.
need him to win. You know, I want Bryson. Bryson needs to fight. This trade needs to...
He didn't win 2024, so he needs to win 2025.
This needs to pay off.
Yeah.
Well, I got that first rounder, though. I got Chris's first rounder there.
Yeah.
All right.
2 years in a row, Chris has done that now.
So let me take you through
Too cool for school.
through the starting lineups ultra quickly. So Bounce GC, Dean Burmester captain, Brooks Koepka, Cam Smith, DJ, and E1 is Lucas Herbert. Green Machine starting lineup. So John Rahm captain, Bryson DeChambeau, Abe Ancer, and David Pooj with McKibben as E1. Junkyard Pigs, Waco Neiman captain, Tyrrell Hatton, Sergio Garcia, Louis Oosthuizen with Sebastian Munoz, E1.
I like it.
Team set. Fun fact,
Yeah.
Green Machine has won the first 2 events. Junkyard Pigs has won the last 2 events. Is it Bounce GC's turn to win the next 2 events?
Burmy is the captain. He won last year.
Yep. It's just the start. You need a captain win.
You need a captain
You
win.
need a captain win.
one. I feel this one.
You feel it in your bones. You feel it in your loins.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fantasy. Our golf.
Okay.
Just to wrap it up. Like I said, just a short one for us. You know,
Yeah.
just a little...
Little,
I've got to get going. I've got to
yeah, you got to fucking neck that in our
finish this little hot crack.
our golf segment.
Yeah, hot crack.
Don't drink
Right.
all the pirate. Don't drink all the pirate laughs while I'm away.
You're not
Yeah,
here.
why are you here? We do what we want, bitch.
You're not here, Dad.
Get that bintang off the screen, please.
Bali guy.
Yeah.
Our golf. Chris, have you had a chance? Or have you just been
Hanging out, drinking,
shopping on the
eating pineapples.
on the streets?
hanging out. Oh,
hanging out in Cooter, and yeah. No, I haven't. Like I said, I looked at it, but without clubs and having to, you know what? It's too fucking hot. I'll be honest.
it reminds me of that Simpsons
Not
episode.
that get up.
It's too hot today.
What
No,
about that? They got like a driving range over there, indoor sim or anything.
There is, but I'm in Ubud now, so I'm a little bit away from Seminyak and Cooter, and I'm a little bit away from all the like Bogan tourists. Like I'm in a bit more of a locals area.
What are they? Are they over there?
Not since we played at Mount Compass.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about that?
You know what?
I reckon we should talk about
You
it.
know what? Let's talk about it.
We are honest people. Let's fucking talk about it.
We are honest people.
Yeah.
Sort of.
To a degree.
Fuck it, let's talk about it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. So we did a little bit of a filming session.
Yeah. For we're like, let's film some golf and see what happens.
We won't
dip our toes.
We won't say exactly what we were doing, like format or anything, but we did a little
Okay.
bit of filming, and I think this is nice. I like this. This is a bit of an honesty thing. So did some filming, and it was a fucking reality check of how good these YouTubers actually are, and that when I said to Rick Shields, "You're a natural, Rick," it's true. Playing in front of a camera, is so much harder than just playing in general.
Sure.
It's just something else that is in the back of your mind, just to make golf a little bit harder.
Yeah.
We decided to go down to Mount Compass. Always beautiful down there. It was nice.
I love Mount
nice
Compass.
day. I got super burned.
Same.
I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. I got burnt up.
So we had our good friend Nick come and
He's such a man.
The original Bali guy.
original Bali guy.
Shout out to Nick.
He came and did some filming for us, and just to sort of test the waters on some new stuff that we could bring to you, lovely people. But not only that, it's just, I guess it's a nice kind of thing for us. Like everything that we've done, especially with this podcast, we kind of started it just as another outlet to catch up and an excuse to talk about something that we think about all the time.
Yeah, that's it.
I guess that's kind of how, our approach to things, right? It's just it's almost for ourselves first, and then whatever comes of it is a plus.
Yeah.
So for me, it was good just to, it's an excuse to go play other places with you guys, and then, it was also handy for me because we were filming and I was getting to see like my swing.
Yeah.
And my swing was fucking atrocious. So again, I won't go into too much detail about the format, but we went out and played at Mount Compass. I was having a nightmare.
Yeah.
An absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
We'll come back to me. Let's start on the positive, and I'm going to say the positive was you.
Oh yeah.
We can say we're playing an Ambrose.
Yeah.
But we won't go into detail about it, but we're playing an Ambrose.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you were there.
Yeah.
Tell me about your golf, and then tell us your thoughts on mine and Chris's golf.
So on the range, I was hitting the ball and it felt good. And then when we started playing the Ambrose, I don't want to. No. Okay, in all seriousness, what percentage of shots did we use of mine?
A lot to start.
Yeah. But the thing is, for me though, it's not to do with anything other than I feel very comfortable in an Ambrose. That's the time I feel the most free.
Question for you then.
Yeah.
Did you feel not pressure, but did you notice the camera being there?
A little bit, like talking to it and stuff, and
that was hard.
Yeah, I think it's more like just getting out what you're thinking about the shot, saying it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just is verbalizing exactly what you're thinking.
Chris, how did you?
Honestly, I don't think I really felt too much about the camera. Let's talk about my day.
Okay.
So
what happened?
I got to the range. And literally, I couldn't top a ball. Like I've never hit the ball that consistently that well at the range. Something happened from the drive to the range to the first tee box. I don't know, like what phenomenon it was that struck me down in that little short drive. But from that little short drive, I completely forgot how to play golf.
Yeah, same. It was bad. It was bad. Yeah, I was the same. It was laughable because, again, Nick has been living in Western Australia for a long time now. But he knows, obviously, recently us getting into golf and whatnot. So this was kind of his first opportunity to see us play.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been a worse an example to show him, because on the range I couldn't even hit a ball.
Yeah.
I legitimately shanked about 20 balls in a row.
Yeah.
And when I say shank, I mean Chris was the next bay over from me. He almost had to go to hospital because they come so close.
And the problem with that is when you start doing that and you're doing that consistently, you're then you're scrambling to find a feeling like, okay, I'm gonna put more weight on my front foot. I'm gonna do this with my hands. You're just constantly scrambling to try and find the reason it's happening and trying to fix it like really quickly.
Yeah.
So it's a hard thing when you get down those when you're spiraling like that.
And you said it to Nick, like I play golf with Steve every week.
Yeah.
I've never seen him play this badly.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
No.
It was a horror show. So the Ambrose, I reckon the first four, maybe even 5 tee shots were yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think then by the time we were finishing, the next 3 were mine. My putter though.
Yeah.
Putter was hot.
Exactly, and that's the whole thing with an Ambrose is like I couldn't it's embarrassing. I had some tap in. I was always first, and I had some tap in putts, and I was missing them. So my putting was absolute dog shit. But have you played many Ambrose before, Chris?
Yeah. I played that golf career Ambrose with.
So how do you
Dan
both
Roth and
feel mentally and nerve wise? How do you feel playing in an Ambrose?
For me now, Ambrose is one of my favourite formats to play now. In the beginning, I didn't really like it because I didn't really think, like we've talked about before on the show, like you want to play real golf and you want to gauge how you're going. But I love Ambrose.
Yeah,
it does take the pressure off a little bit.
Yeah,
it's the most fun, and it's probably the easiest way to make you look better.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Because if you, as a collective, as a team, if you get a good score or whatever, it's you remember the good shots and everything, not the bad ones. As such. I mean, there were so many bad ones for me to remember. It was almost laughable though, and that's the kind of, I guess, the balances for us now. Like obviously, I won't give away too much again. It wasn't totally negative.
Yeah.
Again, that might make more sense if we do release the video. Again, for us, it was more of just a
learning experience.
Learning experience and a beginning point for us.
Bit of a trial run for what we've got.
Yeah, so if it comes together, like for us, it's more about just how it comes across and whatever. Like I have no problems in people seeing a journey of whatever it might be, whether you're terrible at the start and then it comes good over time, like whatever it is. And I'm not going to hide away from the fact that was some of the worst golf I've ever played. Yeah. And it just felt like nothing felt right. I just couldn't get anything right. The good shots were, finally, but even we turned the cameras off after 9. Yeah. And then we played just 9 and just continued on. And again, it was actually still a pretty positive thing. But my golf that day was horrendous.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it must have played a part in it, the camera. I must have just been thinking about everything else. Because there is, again, my hat goes off to these guys that do it all the time because And you see the production and everything that goes into it, like just the equipment they have to carry around and making sure everything's charged and it's working, and doesn't be a complete waste of time because you forget to turn microphones on or the bat, all that sort of stuff. I guess that's stuff that was kind of on my mind as well. But yeah, just it is it's definitely a learning curve. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun regardless. It was a bit of a laugh. There's definitely a lot of low vibes.
Well, that's the thing for me. That was out of 18 holes. That was probably one of the cleanest hitting.
You were playing
18.
well.
Yeah, that was one of the cleanest hitting 18 holes I've ever played. A part of me was thinking, I kind of wish I'd just played by myself because I wonder what score I would get. But then I kind of checked myself.
But would you? Yeah.
Exactly. I don't think I'd be hitting it that well if it wasn't an Ambrose, knowing that people were behind me if I hit a bad shot. So it just felt way smoother. And that's the thing. Going into this Saturday's round at Wollonga, all I was trying to do was channel the feeling I had at Mount Compass.
Yeah.
Was just carefree, just swing your shot, just hit the ball, and whatever happens, happens. And I played okay, but it wasn't to that caliber of ball striking. And I think it's 100% is the fact it was an Ambrose.
Yeah.
So if any people need a high handicapper in the Ambrose team, hit me up. It's the only thing I can do.
Absolutely. So, Chris, have you played any more since then, or was that the last round?
No, well, I went back to the range after that.
Oh, did you? How'd you go?
Yeah. Well, that's part of the confusion, is that it was fine again. But I am kind of noticing some things that I'm doing, like some bad habits I've gotten back into again. And
well, I think the camera is, like Steve said, is super handy because you do things that you don't realize you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And you think your swing is looks a certain way, and then you see it, you're like, oh wow. Like I don't really film my swings, but like when I've done lessons and they show me back what I look like when I swing the ball, I'm like, what the fuck? Like I thought I looked, you think in your head you look different, but yeah.
And I think what I've realized is, like, when I feel like or think like I'm doing something when I'm playing, I need to actually even over-exaggerate that feeling.
That's what you hear whenever a person's talking about their golf swing and they're talking about changing something, they over-exaggerate it in the practice swing for that reason, to get that over-exaggerated feel and then apply it.
Yeah. So,
I mean, for me... Oh, sorry, you go.
No, go on. I'm done.
I was just going to say, because I was saying to Whitey, like, we played on the weekend and I played a lot better.
Yeah.
Didn't I, really? And I made the point of saying, this is ridiculous. I can't believe how much better I'm playing today. I mean, I had the usual, couple of blowout holes, which, I mean, it was still a good score for me. But it was definitely, could have been a lot better. It could have been one of my best rounds, really. Yeah. Bar a couple of, holes. I had a 10 on one hole in a par 5, and then I got a birdie in the next hole in the par 3. So it's like, it's completely up and down. But it was a lot better. It was a lot more consistent. And I put it down to, I said to Whitey, after watching the footage, I was like, I'm doing the thing where I try to bring the club right back behind my head again, and it feels like I'm only going halfway up, but I'm right back, and that's so much room for error. So I tried shortening the backswing and really controlling it, and just almost what feels like to me is I'm literally hitting a chip shot. Or, but it is still a full swing for me.
Yeah.
And I was hitting them a lot better, a lot straighter. Even the bad shots were still straight and they were in front of me. I could see them, and it put me in an okay position. So yeah, I think it was cool. So I think the positives for me out of that whole experience were knowing what to expect, how to move forward, I guess, with all the filming side of things, but also then actually being able to see the swing and identify any sort of problems and move forward from that, because it definitely helped, and it showed on the weekend when I played my stroke round on the weekend.
Yeah.
So that's my golf anyway. Have you got any more?
No, not really. Just, I played this weekend with Steve and two randoms, actually. Some older fellas, nice guys. But yeah, like I said, was just trying to find the same feeling I had at Mount Compass. Couple of blowouts. I got a 7 on a par 3. and it was a stroke round, so you can't pick up the ball, and I had 2 like tap in putts, and I missed both of them, I think, or something like that. And I think even Steve said, "Calm down and just put the ball in the hole." I'm like, "Yep." And then literally the next tee box, I sliced it OB, so I was hitting my 3rd shot off the tee. So there's a couple of holes like that. Overall, it was an okay round.
Yeah, I still thought you played well.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but yeah, like I said, the comfortability in an Ambrose is just so much different, and yeah, makes all the difference for me anyway. So it's just trying to get into that mindset of who don't play it too safe. And that's the other thing I noticed, because it was a stroke round. There was a couple of times I was playing it too cautious, way too cautious, and it kind of cost me a couple of strokes, just to keep making sure I don't hit it out of bounds and just keep it in play. So yeah, I think I'm not playing this weekend, unfortunately, but the next Stableford round, I think I'm going to take some more risks and just try and instead of laying up, I'm going to try to hit more greens and things like that.
Next round for you, Chris?
Well, I'll try and get one in as soon as I get back. But what I do want to do is I want to go back to some lessons again.
Yeah.
I've got some things to iron out, especially if we're going to do another one of these videos soon, which I think we will.
These fucking videos.
But no, I think I probably need to do some more like on-course practice too.
Course management's huge, but I think I think that's probably one of my biggest. No, I don't know. Maybe you and I. I mean, just from the film, you and I are pretty similar. I reckon it's a lot to do with ball striking and consistency.
Yeah, it's a lot for me. It's a lot to do with the fact that I'm mentally weak. I can be easily broken.
Yeah, you almost need someone to, like, as you're practicing, give you a lot of shit, just to kind of,
Tiger Woods' dad used to throw golf balls at the one he was hitting as he was about to hit one. So
I feel like Dad would be. I feel like we should take Dad out, because I feel like he could like kind of berate me a little bit to the point where I might play well.
Throw wooden spoons at you, the old Italian.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our golf. Like I said, if we're brave enough, you'll see that video. I think you will. I think
you'll see something.
It doesn't take too much to embarrass me. I mean, actually, it takes a lot to embarrass me. Is the other way I should say it.
Yeah.
Me either. Look at me.
Depending on what it is, yeah.
You look cool, man.
Before we wrap it up, and we've gone to the usual time that we do again, but I just love talking to you guys. It's the best.
Let's just hang out more, eh?
One more thing I had to bring up, and it's a bit of a shout out to Ron and Joel, Ron Chopper and Golf and Joel. I watched their videos, the New Zealand videos.
Oh, yeah.
Holy hell. I did not know that New Zealand looked
beautiful
like that.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Oh, yeah.
I am off. I said to my wife last night, I said, we are booking a trip and we are going to New Zealand. That is where I want to go play golf next. That's it.
Do you know, I went to New Zealand.
Purely off those videos.
I went to New Zealand in 2020.
Yeah.
I got into golf in 2020.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even a thought for me. But yeah, it looks sensational.
If you haven't seen those videos, do go check out their channels and watch those videos.
And 4-4 as well, of course.
4-4 as well. Those guys, I mean, they're a good group together.
Yeah.
They're establishing themselves as a nice little trio there as well.
Yep.
But yeah, purely off the back of their videos, do go ahead and check them out. Oh man, New Zealand that looks incredible.
Yeah, for sure.
And Joe even said something. I said to my wife, I said, like, I really love the look of the courses in like Utah and all those places in like the States. And I said, it kind of looks a bit like that with all the mountains and all that sort of stuff. And even he said the same thing. I was like, okay, if he said it and I was thinking it, we're going.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely booking that for sure.
100%.
So if you want to come along,
chuck me in your carry-on.
There you
go.
Yeah. That's pretty much all we have time for. Anything else to wrap up? Or are you good?
No, I'm good.
All right, let's look forward to LIV. Chris, you got anything?
I got one more thing.
Okay.
We're a week out from the Masters.
Oh, yes. Shit, that snuck up, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, we'll talk about that next week, but yeah.
Everyone get your sick leave organised and
Yeah.
park
That's
yourself
gonna be-
in front of the TV.
I'm surprised then we haven't seen any golf bags come out. It's about that time.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's usually like
Strixon usually bring it out earlier.
2 weeks prior.
They bring it out a couple of weeks, ahead of the. Usually, like the big boys, TaylorMade, Callaway, all that shit. They come out like the week of.
Yeah.
But oh man,
Yeah.
come on! Hopefully, we can buy some shit.
Foaming.
Now that you've said that, I bet you they drop before this episode comes out.
I
Yeah,
know,
probably.
And we're going to look like fucking idiots.
Idiots again, like we did at Mount Compass when they were laughing at us. All right, that's all we have time for. Tune into LIV Miami. Tune into LIV Miami, the Duels. That's coming on. But again, yes, that's all we have time for. We'll be back in again next week. You'll be back in the country, back in the room.
I'll be back in the studio next week.
No, don't break the promise. All right, that's all we have time for. Thank you.
Bye-bye.